for me,
For your review, what do you have?
I am reviewing the Shokz OpenRun Pro. I actually brought them here. They have this nice little carrying case, very light. So these are the bone conducting headphones. And if you remember from the unboxing, I had never used a bone conducting device before. I was very pleasantly surprised with this experience.
Different animal.
It is completely different than, maybe what you think it is. And after, about a week of use, I figured out the applications that I would use them and some where I wouldn't. The thing about the bone conducting is it doesn't block your ears. So the whole idea is that you can use these and still function in the world around you.
Right.
That plays your audio through vibrations through your bones to your auditory sensors. I mean, it's not going through your ear canal. It's not putting the waves in. Now, I will say that for these, the audio quality is good. If you're an audiophile and you care about the sound of the music, bone conducting is probably not for you.
Right.
Because you are getting a lot of ambient bleed, and you're not getting that full isolation to be able to really hear everything sonically. But for the person that is exercising or doing some work around the house or taking a walk, or I guess that's exercising. I think I was more thinking like running training, or riding a bike or something like that. These give you the option to listen to your music, to take phone calls, to hear your notifications without isolating you from the world around you. Yeah. Which is very important if you are actively, riding your bike on a road. You want to hear music, but you don't necessarily want to not be able to hear traffic.
I've noticed with the way we've had snow that a lot of the sidewalks are snowed over and the plowing and everything. I've seen people who have had to walk in the road. Yep. That if you're running with regular earbuds in and you're really in the music,
it could be dangerous.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I would use these, definitely use these when exercising, and I was using them around the house. Painted a couple rooms over the weekend. I was using them while I was painting, and I could still hear my wife call for me, and I could still hear my kids, but I didn't have to put on like a Bluetooth speaker, so I didn't have to disturb them with what I was listening to.
Sure.
In the room. These are IPX5 water resistant, so if you are exercising with them, any kind of sweat, if you get stuck in a rain shower or something like that, you're going to be totally fine. They say 10-hour playback on charge. I was able to listen most of the day with no problem. So the 10 hours seems very probable to me. I didn't play them from fully charged to completely dead, but I was able to get through everything I needed to get through without having to put them on a charge.
It is a proprietary charger, though, right?
It is. It has a little magnetic connection, and that connection actually it works very well. There's a little magnet on the back side here, and that goes in and just connects. They are real easy to set up. There is a Shokz app for your phone, and that gives you a couple extra EQ settings.
Okay.
That works well too. These are a 2-year warranty. I was very pleasantly surprised by bone conducting. I'm interested to see this technology further. I would love to try out, something that's like sunglasses or another kind of device. And at first I was like, this is kind of weird that these have, it's just one mono piece that goes around the back of your head for each side of your head. Why didn't they have earbuds or just a wireless option that is just one ear. And in research, I've kind of looked through all of those, and most of those feel like they're covering part of your ear, where they're going into, whether it's resting on your earlobe or somewhere. Mm-hmm. And to me, that might cover more of your ear. So you might not get as full clarity of the world around you. So these, I don't know. I was very surprised by mm-hmm. how well these worked. I could listen to music or listen to an audiobook. Both sounded completely fine. And still talk to people and still hear people talk to me without feeling like I had to pause or turn it down to hear them. So I didn't feel like I was over speaking or, mm-hmm. talking too loud, as sometimes you have a tendency to. Even with, I know, headphones with like a transparency mode, I still find myself
elevating your voice.
Fighting the urge to elevate my voice.
You have any feedback from any family members or people in the room while you're listening to music? Did they say, hey?
They couldn't hear.
Yeah.
No, I was like right next to my kids, and I was like, can you hear what I'm listening to? And they're like, no. As far away as we are from each other, and they couldn't hear it. And it's not like I turned it down or anything. I was listening at the normal volume I was listening, and they couldn't hear. So, and there was no, I didn't sense any kind of vibration. There's different bass settings that you can set. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you're not getting the sonic, magnitude as you would with like an earbud or an over the ear headphone. So it's not like a true bass. But these have a surprising amount of range for bone conducting. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things in research and in, kind of testing out these versus other things is bone conduction has come a long way. It used to be pretty tinny or pretty brittle sounding. And these sound really nice.
Awesome.
Pretty balanced. And
they have a 2-year warranty.
2-year warranty. I gave them 4s across the board, except mm-hmm. I gave them a 3 on price.
Okay.
These come in at $180. To me, they're very well made. They mm-hmm. work really well. To me, that feels like a little bit too much money for what they do. Because the nature of them, because they're bone conducting, there is not active noise canceling. It has noise cancellation for microphone if you're making calls, so it'll cancel out some ambient noise for your caller, mm-hmm. but it doesn't actually have any noise canceling for your ambient because it's not made to.
Right.
But the price point, when we compare other wireless headphones, it feels like you get a little bit more features because of the design of them.
Yeah.
For that price, to me, $180 for these seems a little bit too high.
So if you're going off of specs, you'd probably like to see $20, $30 off of these.
Yeah, probably.
But if you're a runner,
you
might look at that and go, that's what I need, because earbuds,
mm-hmm.
You can drop one.
Yep.
They can get uncomfortable if you can't find the right fit.
Right.
And then you've got on-ear and over-ear headphones, which can get sweaty or come to give you ear fatigue.
Right.
So
that's the other thing is there's nothing in your ear. So for prolonged use, you're not going to get any kind of, wear on your ear. I know I've used plenty of earbuds, and so have you. After a couple hours, no matter how comfortable they are, you feel them.
Yeah, you start to become aware of that.
These, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very light, so they sit around your ear, and you don't even notice the wire around the back of the neck. Yeah. I mean, they're very well designed. But I feel like, maybe $20, $30 less is probably right the sweet spot for me.
Okay. And that's the Shokz OpenRun Pro.
The OpenRun Pro, yep.
Bone conducting headphones.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Luke.
No problem.